No, it's because of the gadget that's on my head.
What's it like to be working in the call centre? Do your parents mind?
We work in the night shifts, and according to the Indian culture, you know, a girl working in the night, it's an absurd meaning they have.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. It's very difficult, and especially, you know, the cabs come to pick you up at odd times. You return at like 3, 4 in the morning, and they're like, "Where's this girl been all night long?"
Do your neighbours think that's a
initially
that's a dodgy
it was
job you're doing?
And especially, you know, with the name we have, the call centre, they think, okay, is she a call girl? That's
really?
what comes into their
call
mind.
Girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the impression they have about a call center. Because we work in night shifts, and according to our culture, that's not right. So, because according to our culture, what they would like is probably a girl finishing her degree or graduation and then immediately getting married.
Really?
In Norwich, it's Ajitesh's last shift, and the fun has really been stepped up. It's not enough for just the staff to join in. The customers get roped in too.
Right, firstly, guys, I want to thank you all for coming in your PJs. Everyone's looking very sexy. As we're on our late shift, and I thought what we could do in our calls is to maybe try and fit some fun sort of phrase or some words into some of our calls this evening. Yeah. Can anyone think of like an expression or a phrase?
Try and put that in a call.
Sorry?
Flying bananas.
Flying bananas.
I'd like to see someone put that in.
All right, well, you have to get all 3 of these words into the call. Once you do that, you can get up and start the Connect 4 game. And it's the first team to obviously win the Connect 4 game.
Guys not on calls can look this side. We're conducting the raffles for customer experience and sales. I have with me a distinguished guest.
As a VIP from Norwich, Linda's been asked to take part in the quarterly prize giving.
I'd like to invite her, Linda.
Distinguished. Very nice.
And I request her to give...
I didn't say extinguished.
Let's have a real push for sales this evening, so I'm sure with the words and stuff should help you with the customers, and they'll love you that much more that they'll want to take something out from you.
Find us that much more weird.
Yeah.
It's okay, those of you on calls can continue. Those of you are not, this side.
For the Indian advisors, more sales means more tickets in the box and more chances of winning a prize. Linda's been honoured with the grand task of choosing the winner for the washing machine.
Can you read it? The executive is Praveen VB. You just won a washing machine.
Well done. Thank you so much. That's all right, you're more than welcome.
Praveen, well done.
Have you got a washing machine? No. You haven't?
I'm sitting alone.
Oh, right handy. Well done.
Was that F for flying bananas?
No, D for David.
Yep.
G for George.
Okay, what you've got to do, mate, is you've got to fit in flying bananas, yellow hot pants and crazy horses in one call.
Okay.
If you do that, what you do is you can grab a green ring from over there and you pop it in the Connect 4 thing down there.
Okay.
To the game we play. Yeah.
We're very laid back here, but obviously for India it's quite a new thing for them, the call centre and everything anyway, so I should imagine they're concentrating more on the lines of work as opposed to having fun. They've got to work a lot harder than we have.
Those crazy horses on your car.
What's that?
Yeah? Do you have one of those yellow hot pants?
Yellow.
Hot pants.
They are a bit random, really, a bit like your old flying bananas and yellow hot pants, so they're quite random.
With the buzzwords in the calls, the guys love it because they like to have a laugh. When they're on the phone, they need to build a rapport with the customer, which makes the customer feel comfortable. The customers seem to find it quite funny. I don't think they're ever offended by it. We wouldn't do anything offensive.
Well, our systems have yellow hot pants, so they work better than other companies. So,
You want more better, yeah?
yes.
I don't know if you can hear me or not. Can you hear me? Yeah? You're fantastic on the phones. You're doing really, really well. Well done. And if you keep working that hard, you'll soon be as good as Norwich.
I got all 3 twice. I don't know if you caught them. Oh no, hang on. Winner.
Oh God, why didn't we think of that?
Thank you all for being part of this raffle ceremony, and bye-bye. Go back to your calls. Bye.
You know, I've done wild things in my life and weird things in my life. My experience today in this office, it's just, you know, I just have no, you know, particular words to define it. I have never ever thought that, you know, I'll wear my pajamas to office. No way.
Whether it's a UK or Indian call centre, there are some calls that advisors are reluctant to talk about, and where the call itself is illegal.
Oh, it's okay, hard about it.
I'm sorry, if you could refrain from your profanity, I'd be fine, or else I'd be forced to disconnect the call.
I'm very sorry.
Transmission is manual or automatic?
Manual driving.
Engine size, please?
1.6. Put back on my clock, darling. That's a good girl.
You feel bad when he talks something like that. You really feel bad, but I can't take my emotions to that because I would be affecting the next customer. So once I take that call, maybe I have to take a break or just forget about the call and take another call.
Could I just ask you something?
Certainly.
Would you take your panties off for me so I can have sex with you?
Pardon me?
Would you take your panties down so I can put it inside you? Please.
If you're calling in for insurance quotation, I can help you. And if you do talk to me this way, unfortunately I have to disconnect the call.
Please don't do that. I just want to come in your mouth.
It's almost 5 to 6 months that he calls every day. This is my first job. I could never even imagine that somebody could just call up like this and talk to me this way. It's very. The first call when I did take this first call, it was very surprised. I was like, my God, something like this can happen.
Kevin DaCosta is Linda's equivalent in Bangalore. He's the senior manager in charge of sales. If his advisors are hanging up on customers, he wants to know.
What we usually encourage our people to do is warn the customer once, twice and thrice, and then tell him that I am going to cut this call. If one of my agents wants to cut a call because it's an obscene call, I wouldn't stop him or her from doing it, but then we would like to get an explanation from them because we don't want that to become a habit. We don't want to lose that business. If the customer is a potential customer and he's just a little hanky-panky because it's landed into India, we give them the opportunity, and we want to portray that, you know, we are also professionals here.
In Linda's call centre, they also have a problem with obscene calls, and this voice is sadly all too familiar.
It's definitely the same bloke. There's always the possibility that now he knows that the Indian girls aren't as quick to catch on to what he's doing, that he'll actually call hoping to get an Indian girl, because the UK girls won't give him that time. You know, he's definitely using more vulgar language than he uses to the UK girls. I would imagine he realises perhaps he can get away with it a bit more.
Norwich Union have handed over the recordings of these obscene calls to the police in the UK, who are now trying to track the caller down. Linda, a Norwich girl through and through, arrived in India a week ago. Despite Norwich Union giving India its seal of approval, Linda came expecting the worst from the country.
This trip has completely opened my eyes about India. I've been really surprised at how much money perhaps there is in Bangalore. But then there's the other side, you know, the real extremes. Both women and men are so friendly. They're very respectful. The men aren't touchy and feely, which is what I expected.
For Ajitesh, coming to Norwich was definitely a trip of a lifetime, but he wasn't expecting a welcome reception.
At the beginning, I thought people in this